All right, so there's a whole mesh of personalities you're going to find out there on the job sites. You know, Keegan, I'm going to throw some names down on top of some of these and not really calling out any one particular person, but what do you think about Hurry Up Harry?
Oh, there's plenty of hurry up Harrys out there. The guy that always moves fast and tries to get stuff done, but in reality, them moving fast either sets them back or really doesn't move them any more farther forward than anybody else working at a regular speed. These hurry up Harrys, they like to grind really fast, they like to move really fast and try to think that they're getting stuff done quicker, but when you're moving that fast and doing things that fast, you kind of make a lot more mistakes than someone who's just rolling at a good pace.
Yeah, Hurry Up Harry's really going to set themselves up for some mistakes and things like that. You know, you got a guy out there who's always thinking, he's got a great outlook. Let's call this guy Positive Paul. How about a Positive Paul?
So Positive Pauls are always going to be positive, obviously, but they're always going to be thinking ahead of what's next and always looking on the horizon in a positive manner. So if a problem arises, Paul's always, looking at the glass half full.
Right, okay? I was just going to go there.
Right, and if something, if a weld doesn't go the right way, well, they find ways to fix it. So Positive Pauls out there really do make the job more enjoyable, and if you're not a positive person, just try to be more positive and think about like the good in things. Like if there's something bad going on, look at the positive side, try to make a better outcome than you would if you hadn't.
Yeah, because I really don't want to be a lazy Larry. Lazy Larry is just going to bring the whole group down. They're going to try to milk the job. It's all about the money, and they just want to spend so much time, and really they spend half their time sitting on their bucket.
Yeah, lazy Larrys, they milk the welds, and nobody wants to hire someone who milks welds. Like I'll be on a job and I try to do things in a fairly fast manner while keeping quality. And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna stay longer on that job and get more phone calls than someone who milks welds or is lazy and doesn't wanna do things in a good manner. Because you gotta think about it, if you're a foreman or a superintendent, or if you're a project manager, you don't wanna hire someone who's not gonna get stuff done in the timely manner that you bid for the project. So if you bid the project to be 2 weeks long and you got a bunch of lazy Larrys on the job milking it out 3 weeks, then you're kind of getting screwed on that deal because you're getting only paid for those 2 weeks when you put the bid in.
Right. So you really want to be a dedicated Dave. You 100%. Want to be somebody that's got the company's heart and mind in the forefront of the job. So when they go into work, they're not just thinking about their paycheck. They're thinking about, okay, we got to do a quality job, because if I do a quality job for my company, then the next plant is going to want us, or this host is going to bring this company back again. It's always be a dedicated Dave.
Yeah, and being a dedicated Dave really goes a long ways, because you got to think ahead. You got to think about, if you were running this job, would you want people who are dedicated to the same cause that you are? And also think about it like this: if you're dedicated and you help out the company and do good work, the plant managers and the plant employees, they see that and they'll want your company back in. So that's more work for you if you're trying to make $100,000 a year, if you got financial goals that you want to reach. So don't be lazy and don't be not dedicated on the job, because you're just going to hurt yourself and you're going to hurt your company.
Right, and a lot of people don't like to work around someone who's cussing and carrying on all the time. So I'm not a fan of the angry Adams in the world, because they're going to bring everybody down. If something goes wrong, you got to take it with a grain of salt. But if you're the angry Adams, then nobody wants to work with you, nobody wants to be around with you, and that guy's going to start pointing fingers and things like that.
Well, and also angry Adams, they usually work alone because nobody wants to work with them and nobody wants to put them working with anybody, because they know something's going to break, something's going to happen. And it's just not fun or enjoyable working with someone who's mad all the time. And that goes back to what we was talking earlier in a video, is leave your feelings, leave all your anger, leave everything at the gate. Come in with an open mind, and don't be mad or angry at everything.
That's right. You really want to be a leadership Lucy. I know a young woman who owns her own welding company, and she is the leader. She puts her best people at the forefront. She's always going to take their advice. So Leadership Lucy is going to surround herself by people who will have the same mindset to get the job done. So don't be the negative, always be the positive. So be that leadership Lucy on the job site.
Yeah, and if someone gives you something to do, just pretend that you have people under you working and just be a leader. And eventually that'll pay off in the long run, because people will see that and they'll be like, hey, you know, maybe we should move this person up, or maybe we should get this person in a role that would help them out, be a leader to other people.
Yeah, so if you're a leadership Lucy, whether it's your first job, you can show that leadership and move yourself up into foreman and maybe even running and owning your own company, but you'll attract better employees and you'll attract better coworkers when you are in that leadership role. So there are a lot of various personalities out here in the workforce. So these are just a few examples. Make sure you stay with the ones that are positive and stay away from the ones that are going to be negative and bring you and your company down.
So hopefully you guys like this video. We'll be putting out more videos on our YouTube channel, so subscribe to that. And also check out our website. We have links, and we also have shop for clothing and a virtual tour. Until next time, see you there.